Hello, my fellow cigar smokers, and welcome to Smoker Spot. We are checking today some special cigars. Already has a couple of years on his back, but nevertheless a good cigar, and I think worth to smoke it and talk about it a little bit. It is the Liga Privada number 9. Some nice and special stick. So let's check out how this beauty tastes. So the Liga Privada number 9 is coming in a few vitolas. Today we are smoking the number 9 Bellicoso, which means it has a ring gauge of 52 and is 6 inches long. Quite a good smoke for, I think, if you're smoking at average speed, like 45 minutes probably. When you're a real slow smoker, you can extend it up to an hour. So it has some nice history behind it. Well, maybe not history, a nice story. But first things first. So the smell of this little beauty here is giving me just a woodish notes, a little bit of sweetness, but not very much. Let's see the cold draw. Classic cigar. I'm using a classic cutter like a scissor. Isn't that looking nice? Oh. Well, the wrapper broke on one little spot here, but I think it's not a problem. Cold draw is giving a little bit more. Grass or hay. Still the sweetness, still the wood. Let's see. I would say, let's fire it up. You guys know, I'm always telling you what I'm doing here. Tilting just a little bit around the edges. Good looking cigar. Wow. First few puffs are already strong. It tells you that you have some big bold cigar over here. Draws very good. On point. First few puffs giving me exactly the flavors I had in the smell and in the cold draw. You know, sometimes with different cigars you have different aromas on the smell, on the cold draw, and when you're smoking it, in this case it's more or less the same, which is a nice experience. Very good start. On the retrohale, maybe it's a little bit different. Let's check. There you have a little bit of pepper, just a little bit. Not enough to like make you feel uncomfortable, but just enough that you have this spicy undertone in it. Great. Very good start. So Liga Privada is the more exclusive series of True Estate. And they have a couple of Liga Privadas, not only the number 9. Well, unfortunately, there's no number 1 to 8 or so, but I'll tell you a little bit later the theory about how they were coming up with the number 9 as a name for this one, because there's also a little story behind it. The number 9 was first released in 2005, so it's already 15 years ago. But when they started back in 2005, the cigar wasn't meant to be sold. It was like a special cigar that the CEO at this time was kind of doing for himself. Unfortunately, I forgot the name, but God bless the internet. We'll look that up real quick. Steve Saka was the boss back in the days. So he made this cigar for his like private pleasure. And then later on he figured, wow, that's such a good cigar. Let's release it for the public. And so they did this like later on. As you probably see, guys, I'm recording here today from out of my little lounge in my house, and we have some special guests today with us. Actually, my wife is watching me right behind the camera, and my 2 dogs. I've tried to record them too. Maybe we can insert it somehow, then you get to know my dogs too. Funnily, they don't mind the smoke. I mean, if you blow them at them directly, they don't like it. But very often they're sitting around here when I'm smoking, or when I'm smoking like in the living room, they're lying next to me. So it seems that they don't mind. Cannot tell if they like it or not, but maybe they're just enjoying my company. First third is starting very, very good. So far in the first like 2 or 3 minutes, no big changes. Well, it wasn't to be expected, because it already started very complex. But actually the last time I was smoking is like months ago, so I really can't remember the exact flavors development and stuff, so it's not like a new cigar to me, but kind of new. So I'm asking myself how it will develop, but so far so good. But I'm pretty sure it will unfold its power later on. So the Liga Privada number 9 developed great taste-wise. Right at the beginning, like in the first 10 minutes, the ash developed some kind of crack. I show you here a close-up of it, which wasn't very nice. Nevertheless, the ash somehow managed to stay on the cigar for like, don't know, 15 minutes longer or so. But then I had to ash it down. We're now in the second half of the cigar. But that was the only kind of disappointment. Other than that, taste is great, really. Very complex, a very creamy, easygoing cigar. Also, it's strong. But it's that kind of strength in the cigar that is just like perfect, you know. It's not like dragging you down. It's not overwhelming you. It's just the right amount of strength to make a strong cigar a good strong cigar. So they did a pretty good job on this Liga Privada number 9. And after I was ashing down, see, I mean, it's looking okay. The burn is very good anyhow. So just this little tiny crack, let's forget about that. Okay. A few number facts anymore. I already was telling you the ring gauge and the lengths. The really interesting stuff is that this cigar has 9 different tobaccos. That is fucking crazy. How much tobacco you can put in this cigar and you still have a good draw. That's like a real perfect craftsmanship of rolling a cigar, really. That's impressive. Tobacco-wise, it has a Connecticut Broadleaf, a US Connecticut Broadleaf that they are using as a wrapper. Just love Broadleaf. It's making one thing that is the Broadleaf tobacco is very good. Let me show you. It's just producing such a nice and heavy smoke. That's just lovely. I love when a cigar is producing good smoke, heavy smoke. That's just great. I love that about a cigar. So US Connecticut Broadleaf as a wrapper. The binder is from Brazil. It's a Mata Fina tobacco leaf. Also a perfect addition to this cigar. And then they have 7 more tobaccos in the filler, all from Honduras and Nicaragua. Wow. The last cigar I had that was as good as this one at least was the Davidoff Robusto Intenso. And it's like the same perfect craftsmanship that both cigar makes them like alike. Really good. Has its price, it's like 16 euros and 20 cents. It's like $18, so it's not such a cheap cigar, but it's definitely worth a smoke. I always keep telling that I just love it when a cigar is good, you know. That's such a pleasure to smoke it. And on the other hand, I hate it when there is a bad cigar or when they have quality issues and the draw is bad or whatever. That kind of sucks. But it's a real pleasure to smoke this one. Maybe you noticed when you're looking for the Liga Privada number 9 that it's not always available in your favorite brick and mortar store, in your online shop. And it also has some background. The story is that True Estate is doing a lot of cigars, thousands and thousands per day. But there are like only 4 guys, or it was 6, not quite sure right now, who are skilled enough and allowed to do the Liga Privada number 9. And they're making like 250 cigars per day. That's not a whole lot of cigar for distributing to the whole world, you know. So of course sometimes when you're in love with the Liga Privada number 9, you're buying it faster than they can produce it. So it can happen that kind of Liga Privada number 9 is out of stock. So you have just to wait a month or a few weeks, then they restock it and you have to buy it again. That's the way it is. And I promised you to talk a little bit about the name number 9. But before I come to that, the funny story is making it when I'm telling this, I'm looking like an idiot, but it doesn't matter. As I first saw this cigar like years back, I thought it's the I was going into the cigar in the cigar shop. I don't even know it was a Davidoff store, but that really doesn't matter. And I was looking around in the humidor and I said, "Oh man, look, that's a nice cigar. What is it? Oh, it's a Liga Privada 169. Give me this one." And the guy was looking at me like, "What? There's no 169." I said, "Well, there, this one." I said, "That's a number 9." And I was looking at it and I said, "Oh, Jesus, show you something." The band, it's a very nice looking band, but they have here, oh, the shadow of my arm. So it looks like it's handwritten, right? And they have the, see over here? And it says number 9. When you know it, you can see it, but it's kind of cryptic. So I first thought it's not a number 9, it's 169. So it's for me it's always the 169. It's like a little inside joke. Anyhow, the name number 9. Of course, as they were started producing the cigar, it never happens that you try to figuring out a new cigar and the first plant you're doing is the perfect one. Of course, you're doing like dozens and dozens of test cigars until you find the final plant that is just right for this cigar and that is exactly the taste that you were up to. So of course, also with the Liga Privada number 9, they were making a lot of test cigars. And of course, in order to identify it, every different plant has a different name. And don't know exactly how they named it, but the plant that they were finally choosing had the name, I think 92AX or 9AX2, something like this. Not quite sure. What it really doesn't matter. But it was kind of cryptic and of course too long and not very descriptive. So they just shortened it and said it's a number 9. And that's the whole story about the Liga Privada number 9. But it's just a nice story to tell. Guys, very good cigar, really. So, if you general in love with True Estate, like I said, they're making a lot of cigars. That is a really special stick from True Estate. The whole Liga Privada series, but especially the number 9. I really love that one. You have to be into strong cigars, and you have to love like this combination of strengths, sweet aromas together with earth, and like this roasted coffee beans or whatever. But if that is what you're looking for, one of the best choices you can make is trying out the Liga Privada. If you have not smoked it already, give it a chance. Really good one. And it's one of the cigars that you can smoke really up to the end. So it would be no surprise if I still smoke it when we're like here. It's just working out. Some cigars, they're getting bitter towards the end, but not this one, I can tell you. Nothing more to tell about the Liga Privada number 9. It's one of the cigars that I don't always have in my humidor, but every now and then when I'm walking through a shop or looking through the online shop and somehow I stumble upon Liga Privada, always buying a box or a few cigars, because it's, make a long story short, just a good cigar, how a cigar should be like. Good one. Not quite sure if I ever did a review where I said that often that this is a good cigar, but maybe, you know, already yesterday I tried to doing a review of it, but just before I started, it was not working out. Liga Privada was laying in front of me, and I was preparing my stuff, and then I was back in the lounge, and then like 4 guys were coming in that I didn't know. So sometimes when I'm recording in the lounge and some guys that I know are coming in, I'm asking them if it's okay for them that if I'm recording, and they say no problem, I keep on recording. But you know, they were strangers and they were nice, so has nothing to do with that. But I just stopped and thought I'll try again another day. So I was kind of excited to smoke it today, and it was no disappointment. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little review of the Liga Privada number 9 with, oh, look at that nice smoke. That's what I was talking about, the Broadleaf, right? Look at this. Enjoy a good cigar. Enjoy a good drink. But most importantly, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you soon at Smoker Spot. Have a good one.